We are the Perfectly Average Guys, where this time our opinions matter as much as the number we put beside them. We're reviewing 1984?
Yeah.
We're reviewing the book 1984 by George Orwell. Roll intro. All right, so apparently we're the only people on the internet who actually like this thing.
We're the only ones who like Wonder Woman 1984.
Everyone else apparently hates it.
So many people are saying it's the worst DC movie
Ever. Period.
Like, I don't understand.
They haven't watched anything with Batman in it. They haven't watched any of those ones.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you've seen Suicide Squad and you still think Wonder Woman 1984
okay,
is
like
worse.
no matter what, even if Wonder Woman 1984 is that bad. Is it Suicide Squad bad? I don't know. I think that you guys just don't like anything. They're just misogynistic.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that if you don't like 19...
I saw Wonder Woman's shoulders, therefore I hate the movie.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. It was more like if you hate the movie, it's because you're a sexist bigot.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I think.
That is I mean...
I will tip my fedora to Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
I tip my fedora to her. I will protect her on the internet. Anyway, what do you think of the movie?
I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed most, if not all of it. I've seen it 3 times.
You saw it 3 times? Wow.
I saw it initially with my friend Carolyn because all of her friends in public school were like, we're not going to leave the house because COVID. So I was like, hey,
fair.
We're going to go see a movie.
Let's go see a movie.
And then I watched it with you, Rachel, and Alona.
Yep,
that
was good.
I watched it with my parents who got it off something. They rented it on something, but I watched it with them as well. So
yeah, I've only seen it once. I saw it with you and Rachel, and how we went as a double date to go see it. And in all honesty, I liked the big screen experience.
Yeah,
I liked the big screen experience. It was actually enjoyable to sit down and watch a new movie coming out
in the theater. It's
especially
great.
from old 2020. But that aside, I was going into it with the expectation of absolutely nothing.
Same.
Right? No expectation, no thoughts, head empty.
My expectation, I walked in there and all I'd been told is like, oh, it's super feminist, way more than the last one.
First of all, the first Wonder Woman wasn't feminist.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't. That's part of why it was really good.
Yeah. And then this one, they're like, it's super, like anti-conservative for some reason.
Yeah, I saw reviews like that as well, and I was like,
I don't understand.
This is not a political review.
No.
It's just like, things that are hopelessly politically correct aren't good.
Yeah.
That's just in general. Those don't get high reviews from audience scores. But from us, I went in there, no expectations. My dad said that he really liked it. Yeah. Because he went to go with all of his church friends, and they liked it. Well, no, my dad liked it, and my mom liked it. The rest of the people didn't. I was like, it's just so trying to be retro, and it's not really saying anything. But I thought it was good.
No, I thought it was really good.
What did you like about it?
My favorite part was Pedro Pascal.
Fair.
As of the DCEU movies, I would say the best villain.
Sure. I that's not much of a competition, man.
No, it's not. but like when you compare him to any of the rest of them, he's like miles ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
in motivation and how he's written,
performance,
how
actually being believable,
and like his thing with the son, that scene at the end where he's like hugging him in the field. I was like,
as a world terrorist hugging his son. I was like, oh, okay, that's you're still a terrorist, but that was sweet.
Yeah,
that was a good scene. When it's also like I imagined that instead of being his son, just being Baby Yoda. Just sits down, and is like, Baby Yoda, I killed everyone, but it was for you.
It was for you. Also,
can we talk about how Grogu is not the name of Baby Yoda?
It's not.
His name is Baby Yoda. Anyway, so my thing I like most about it, really campy.
Oh, yeah.
Very campy.
Super fun.
Definitely felt like I was watching a comic book, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's why I really like both of the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland.
Yeah,
they feel like a
very
comic
much
book.
Like, because there are definitely movies that I didn't want to bring this up when you said that, but I'm going to anyway, that look like a comic book but don't feel like it. Like Thor Ragnarok looks like a comic book.
But feels like a bad rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah. We Thor Ragnarok, if you guys didn't know if we liked it or not, go to see our podcast.
Yeah.
We need more than 10 minutes for that.
But it felt like I was watching a comic book movie.
What specifically made it feel like a comic book?
I think the character, I think it really nailed the characters.
And what way?
I don't know. It just something about them felt where they're in that in between like bad character and written like a real person.
Yeah.
That like comic books like to live in.
Yeah.
Where it's like everyone is almost a real character, but they also all will make kind of jokes.
Yeah.
Or have something about them.
It can be.
Yeah.
It's like they're putting on a show almost.
Yeah. It's kind of like they play up some of that.
It was a pretty campy movie, all things considered.
Yeah.
At least the first scene was super campy.
Yeah. And then a lot of the early of it was like Cheetah's pretty goofy.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's still fun.
Mind you, okay, so a lot of the reviews that I've seen that haven't had some political message in it, like there are very few of them out there on the internet right now.
Yeah.
But some of the ones I was reading through like two or 3 weeks ago said that the real reason why they didn't like it was because Gal Gadot didn't feel like she ever said anything. Which, now that I'm thinking back on it, she had like 3 lines.
Yeah,
Okay.
she didn't say a whole lot, but she was...
And then Cheetah's CGI looked bad. And my response to both of those is, A, you weren't gonna get good CGI for Cheetah.
No.
There's
no way you can make Cheetah look...
like, at all good. Like, you're just not gonna happen. That character's meant to stay inside of a comic book.
Yeah.
Maybe that's on the writers and directors for using her, knowing that she would look bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't mind that much.
I don't think she looks absolutely horrendous. Like the close-ups of her face and everything look pretty good,
Yeah.
but that's makeup.
Yeah, and another thing, I think that the CGI for the golden armor at the end, for the Amazonian armor, I thought that would look pretty poor.
Yeah.
Everything else was all right. I think in
I
special
just
effects
didn't
manner.
like the Amazonian armor. I didn't like that she wore it.
Yeah, it's like it didn't do much. Like I personally, I don't think that most characters need a power up.
No.
I don't like falling back on like you need a power up before fighting them.
Yeah.
I like Dragon Ball Z style.
Okay.
I like Dragon Ball Z style before they go into the Super Saiyan holes.
Yeah.
Which is like he is training all the time. I like that because it doesn't feel like it's
Earned.
written for him to win. It feels like he's winning because he tried harder.
Something that I didn't know because I don't know old actors until I watched it with my parents is
Yeah, sure.
You know the lady who's the original Golden Armor wearer that shows up in the post-credit scene?
Yeah, sure.
That's the actress for Wonder Woman in the original TV show.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I like that's kind of like when the CW when they did that with the Flash.
Yeah, when they had the old Flash guy come back as Flash,
Gay-
he was Flash's
Gay Garrick.
dad, and then he came back as Jay Garrick.
Yeah. I said gay Garrick.
Gay Garrick!
Anyway,
Jarek.
Gay Jarek. Anyway, in all, I think that the action was worse than the first Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I think it has had the least solid action out of most of the movies.
The action's definitely worse. The CGI is hit or miss, but there's only 2 times when they used like CGI at all.
Yeah.
I say at all, but when they really use CGI to do an effect that's difficult for CGI.
I think that is kind of the one thing that the DC movies have had is like pretty good action.
Yeah,
It's overall
decent action. If you don't pay attention to what they're saying, it's usually all right. But what they were saying throughout none of the lines felt bad.
Yeah,
none of the lines felt like they were put into Google Translate and translated back into English.
Yeah,
Right?
I think the only line that popped into my head was thinking on Cheetah's like, I want to be an apex predator. I don't want to be like anybody else.
Okay, yeah, when you put it like that, fair.
That one, other than that, all of them felt real. This is, like, there are 2 types of villains I love are, like, the names that I'm going to use for them are going to be kind of the archetypes. I like Killmonger.
Yeah, Killmonger villain.
Yeah, who's just evil and terrible.
And intelligent.
Intelligent and cunning and absolutely terrifying. And then I like villains that are really written like just good people who ended up doing a bad, like this type of villain where it's like
Breaking Bad villains.
Kind of, yeah. Where
Yeah.
he doesn't seem like he's a bad person, and even like he doesn't necessarily like he can obviously visually see what he's causing, but he still throughout it still feels a lot like
A human.
Yeah. As well as this kind of changes in the last scene, but throughout most of the movie, it actually like he wants to prove himself to his son. but it also does feel like he genuinely is like, I can help people by granting their wishes.
Yeah.
I can help.
All in all, I'd say going through the characters, Gal Gadot had very few lines, but had a very good facial performance. Yeah. Did a really good job acting throughout the whole thing. Chris Pine had some
beautiful.
Very charming, surprisingly charming. Some people called him boring. I thought it was charming.
No, I thought it was amazing.
Pedro Pascal, good villain.
Absolutely amazing.
Done well. I want him to see him in more things. Yeah. Whoever played Cheetah was really cute at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then slipped off. I didn't like her towards the end. Those are the four characters.
I think that's who that is. It's Kristen Wiig. But
I really like what she did in the beginning. I didn't like her towards the end.
I also
what number are you going to give this?
Before that, I think that my least favorite argument I've seen for this is people like, oh, the Dreamstone working was inconsistent. But that's just any MacGuffin.
Yeah, I mean that's most abilities. You're not reading a Brandon Sanderson novel.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking on it. I want to say 8 out of 10.
8 is where I was going to put it as well. By the way, our this is for future episodes of We Review Something Randomly.
Yeah.
That's probably already been reviewed, and you guys probably already have an opinion on. But for me, 7 is if it's all right.
Yeah, for me personally, I think like I see 7s a lot used as like the average.
Yeah.
But that's because a lot of things are just. It's weird to say most things are above average because then that should be the average.
Yeah.
I would think like. A 5 is more of a movie. A 5 is a movie I watched. I'm like, yeah, that was okay.
Okay.
And then under that is either a bad movie or it's boring.
Okay, but so in which case I will change my rating to a 6.
Yeah,
I thought it was all right. Definitely enjoyable. Probably won't watch again.
I'm gonna put it probably. I want to say 7 or 8.
Yeah,
just because it was super fun. I enjoyed it. If someone's
good date night.
Yeah, if someone's gonna be like, we should watch a DC Universe movie, I would probably vote for
No
that
one's
one.
ever going to say that.
It seems so funny as I look back on the folly of my way. I climbed as high as one can climb on the owl. I scaled the highest mountain, did a pirouette to the tippity top. But when you gotta get down, gotta get down, gotta get down, you need someone to count on.
Some mark their friendship with bracelets and lockets.
Some measure their friendship with silver and gold.
Some mark their friendship with matching tattoos.
We forge our friendship by saving the world. I wanna be your friend forever.
I want to be a modern dancer.
What a super weird thing to say that came out of nowhere. I wanna be your friend forever.
Pass me the cup of kinship.
Meet me at my place, a fortress of friendship.